Hello, wonderful friends! Welcome na naman tayo dito sa ating munting kusina. Welcome here at La Arnie's Kitchen and Food Creations. So please come join with me here as I'm going to cook very easy type of plant-based or vegetarian dish. I'm going to give this after I cook. I'm going to drop this into the hotel because my friend is staying there temporarily. So, Mr. Jem Castor, this is for you. He doesn't have any allergies in terms of veggies, but he has some allergies of peanuts. Any nuts, okay. So this is tofu, 454 grams, which is 1 pound. Okay, there you go. And so I drizzle that with asin or salt, and then I have here extra virgin olive oil. I have to be very careful because this is 1 liter, 1.34 liters, so it's a little bit heavy on my hand. So I'm using approximately, I'm just doing it in an approximate basis. So it doesn't really matter either you will be using extra virgin olive oil or not, or vegetable, sesame, canola oil, peanut oil, whatever you have available in your pantry. Friends, I am using over medium flame. So we have here tofu. Of course, you can use chicken, beef, turkey, whatever meat preference you want to have. But this point, since my good friend Mr. Jem Castor is it's vegetarian, so I'll have to cook this vegetarian dish for him. So I will just try to fry this tofu or tokwa. Basically, the tofu or the tokwa, this is from or made of soybeans. So it's a plant-based actually. So the soybeans, it has to undergo certain process. It should curdle using some acidic, like acid. There should be acidity and also some lemon, which is part of the acidity, and also some salt. So I like to make this from the very scratch, which is, I know how to make tokwa from the very scratch, but I don't have time. So I might as well buy this from any of your favorite grocery store or my favorite grocery store. Now we will just fry this. Not so long. It should not be crispy. I will just like to fry this halfway through, as long as it should properly be done or done accordingly. Okay, wonderful friends. Let's check what are the very basic ingredients that we have. Now for our savory enhancer, remember I added that with salt, and then I'm going to season that, drizzle it with black pepper. As you know, I love black pepper. Now I have here soy hoisin sauce, which is basically vegetarian type of sauce for seasoning. I will combine that with my favorite toyo, Filipino type of toyo. Whatever brand you have, simply you can always go ahead. Now the hoisin sauce, it's more on vegetarian, for vegetarian dish. You can use, some people use oyster sauce, but I don't use any of that oyster sauce. I don't eat oyster or any oyster. So I use in substitution for that hoisin sauce. So I have here my chunks. I did not really bother chopping this or mincing this one, that garlic. I use 12 cloves of garlic. I love garlic. I love to use lots and lots of red onions and ginger. So the red onions, this is 1 pound. So media kilo, no, half a kilo. So I am going to use or to add veggies like green peas. It's a store-bought type of peas, and also this florets of broccoli. It's a store-bought, and this is triple washed broccoli. They florets it. cut it into like little chunks or bigger chunks. But you can buy the whole crown of the broccoli. If you don't have broccoli, you can use cauliflower, my dear wonderful friends. Okay, so towards the end, I'm going to add this Taiwan green cabbage. I will be adding maybe 1 tablespoon, let's say 2 tablespoons. You know, friends, when I cook, I always try to uh, eyeball or just follow my guts. Like doing it in an approximate basis, I should say. So there's not really proper measurement. Whatever things, whatever thy hands, my hands findeth to do, do it with my might. It's very biblical, friends. Okay, there you go. Now, the tofu is slightly brown, so a little bit medium cooked. And then I have here my veggies, mga kadesh. So I wash this one, florets of broccoli. Now, there should be uniformity of slices whenever you cook para pagluto, dili lata ang uban, it's not mushy. And these are carrots and also this green beans. French green beans, so medyo maliliit po siya. So whatever veggies you can use, cauliflower, zucchini, or mushrooms. Okay, set aside lang po natin. We have to set that aside. Then we will just add all this wonderful spices. Sometimes when I cook, I do shortcuts. But if you want, you have some time, you know, do it slowly, accordingly, saute first the onions or the garlic or the kamatis or the luya or the garlic, the ginger. So you can do that if you want. If you have to. But, you know, I am really in a rush because my husband will soon be home. Then after that, we're going to bring this to Victoria East area where my friend is staying temporarily. Okay, there you go, wonderful friends. After that, I will be adding toyo. A little bit of toyo. Beautiful. And this hoisin sauce, where you can mostly find this from any of your favorite grocery store. So I'm just eyeballing it. You say, oh, that's too much. Actually, it's not. Luto-luto lang, friends, no? The good thing when you cook is you can always tansya. You can always try to make it happen. I should say you can do it whenever you want. You can take out veggies. You can add it. Stuff like that. You don't really need to add accurately because it depends upon your taste buds. Now, friends, when you have these veggies and when you have elderly family at home, you know, be mindful to their needs. You should always try to make sure that the veggies are softened for them so that they can easily digest. And sometimes our elderly, they have hard time in masticating the food sa pagnguya po nila, lalo na ang mga dentures. It's no longer properly fitted sa kanila, then it's so hard for them. So we have to be very considerate. Okay, there you go, friends. And after that, by the way, I don't want my veggies to be overly cooked. So mix lang po natin, no? Mix thoroughly. Mix. Okay, friends, so we mix po. So we'll just cook this maybe for 3 minutes. Now, when I talk about time frame, like 3 minutes, 5 minutes, or whatever, when I mention that, it depends upon your flame. If you're using high flame or low flame, so it depends upon. But I will just cook this for, let's say, 3 minutes, and then I will cover it with my lid. So I covered it and set this aside for approximately 2 more minutes because it has 1 minute, it's done. So 2 more minutes, then we'll try to open it and check it. Wonderful friends, My simple goal in my kitchen is simply for fun sharing and learning. Thus, it gives you the ideas on what to prepare for your family's next meal. Okay, there you go, friends. So, mix na po natin. And then, what we will do next is, I'm going to add this, let's say 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, which I diluted that with half a cup of water. Mix it under, there will be no more lumps. In this process, we call this one slurry. Okay, SLURR1. So we're going to add this into our mixed veggies so that we can produce a little bit more of saucy, thin sauce in our veggies. There you go. And so I will add 1 cup of this peas, and we are going to add this. And also this Taiwan cabbage. I love this type of cabbage. And then we are just going to mix it thoroughly. Friends, simple tip when you are cooking. One of the many tips that I can share with you is when you cook veggies, there should be uniformity of slices if you want. Para kung maluto siya, hindi yung masyadong some are still hard, some are mushy already. Now, friends, I added the cabbage, and then in 45 seconds to 50 seconds, I'll have to turn off my flame. Voila! And the remaining of the heat will do the rest of its cooking. Once again, wonderful friends, thank you very much for watching La Arnie's Kitchen and Food Creations. Whatever you call this dish, I call this mixed veggies with tofu, or this is a sort of a vegetarian dish. I hope the next time to see you whenever I cook and bake. So stay tuned for the rest of my cooking and sharing baking videos to everyone. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. Ito po ang inyong nanay ng tahanan. Sila Arnie ay nagbuong pusong nagpapasalamat sa inyong lahat. Sana po nagustuhan nyo ang ating dish ngayon at kayo po ay magluto. I hope that you will find some enjoyment, I should say enjoyment here at my little kitchen, and then find some time that you can go into the palengke or grocery store para naman kayo ay magluluto. Not necessarily that you will copy all this wonderful veggies. If whatever veggies you have, simply you can go ahead. Bye for now, friends.